let's do number one on throw a flag.
Oh.
Let me decide which one. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong one. Okay. Let's do number one, the one that made me realize we had to do this. Watching Sunday Night Football, right? And you'll have number two on the game itself, but we'll do number one. DaRon Payne, we don't even know what happened on the sideline of Washington football team. DaRon Payne ends up talking Jonathan Allen. Payne puts a finger in Jonathan Allen's face, and Allen takes a swing.
Bro, I swear he put a gun. I swear he did his finger, his hand gesture was a gun. I swear.
Let me look.
Because I was like, what did he do to him? Like, what did he do to make him that mad? Like that meme from Boondocks? And I was like, bro. And it looks like he's like, boy, I would like, shut up before I shut you up. You know what I mean? And then he got mad. He got big on him.
I'm going to say no. That's tight. It's definitely like a point. It's not like this, those of you watching on YouTube.
It's not like this.
Vertical.
It's at an angle.
He's pointing,
you know what I'm saying? So he's hitting him at his side. So I was like, what's he doing,
maybe
bro?
the thumbs up a little bit, you know, yeah. So.
Yeah. I was a little confused why he did that. And their teammates, and what's funny is the Washington football team took their own bench to their own benches to the Cowboy Stadium just to get blown out by like 42 points, something like that.
Hey, man, you got to make the trip worth it. You know, you got to get your own benches. The benches got to have a nice time.
You got to make it worth it. You got to be comfortable in a blowout.
Except the Cowboys' benches aren't really the problem.
Facts. That is true.
Washington's whole field. The whole organization.
I was about to say, everything about them is kind of falling apart. Their stadium specifically is literally falling apart.
Yeah, no, like the stadium is a microcosm of what is happening to the organization, or what's actually been happening to the organization, but sometimes we just never wanted to talk about it. And if y'all want to listen to episode 9, we talked about it. Sean and I talked about the football team and the investigation and all that stuff, because it's pretty chilling. What was also out in the Washington Post. But anyway, let's also make fun of the Washington football team a little more. Omero, you told me this, and I even watched the game, and I didn't really process this. Mostly because I was too focused on, I guess, 1B. Terrence Steele, the Cowboys offensive tackle, caught a touchdown. Wreck 'em, baby.
He did catch, yeah, he did.
But damn. But Omero, you mentioned this to me.
Bro, I thought it was funny because I was like, dang, that was a really bad blowout. Like, how do you lose like that? You know what I mean? Then I was like, where did the Cowboys touchdowns come from? And boy, the Cowboys had 5 straight offensive possessions where they scored a touchdown. And then they had a defensive touchdown with a pick 6 by DeMarcus Lawrence. And then in the third quarter, they had a blocked punt for a touchdown. And then they also had another offensive touchdown towards the end of the game. But I was like, the Washington football team really allowed a touchdown on each, like in every way possible. Special teams, defense, offense, like that's crazy. Like they found a way to lose. Like either way, like they were gonna lose again. Like that was
they realized they were gonna lose and they just went all out. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, they went all out, bro. No, good they weren't home because that would have been embarrassing.
That would have been, at least when they were home, they were like in the fourth quarter, they acted like they were good, making it within a score when it was not that close. It was not 27-20. Like you kind of want to crap on the Cowboys a little bit because like, bro, you only beat them by 7. No, we just let them have some fun, you know?
That's probably why they beat them this time by 42. Like I think it was 56-14. I think that was the final score. I think it was, but I don't know.
On track here. Number 4. The New York Knicks beat the Detroit Pistons a couple days ago. I swear, what's wrong with the New York Knicks, man? Like, they won, but their starters all had a negative plus minus. and those of you watch on YouTube just get to see it. And the bench all had a positive plus minus. All of them. Quickly had the lowest plus minus off the bench. He had a plus 27. And the Knicks won the game. You want to talk about carrying your team when they need it most. Actually pull up their actual score. So I want to look at this. Knicks and Pistons. It was Wednesday. to 29. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Alec Burks off the bench is like, oh, I'm the real dude, my bad. 27 minutes, he scores 34 points. Emmanuel quickly scored 18. Taj Gibson, 8 rebounds. Man, they basically bench the starters after a while. This is what I'm looking at. I mean, the bench played more minutes than the starters. Tom Thibodeau knew what was up.
That's insane.
Why are the Knicks just bad? Like, what? I mean,
it sucks because it seemed like they were figuring it out too last season. I felt like it was just, you know what I mean, like uphill from there, but nope.
I mean, one day. I mean, they're
One
fans.
day,
Imagine
hopefully.
if the Knicks are actually good. Like how passionate they are now. Imagine if they were good.
Facts.
Imagine those side talk videos if the Knicks were good.
Yeah, that'd be insane if the Knicks were good, bro. I feel like it'd be like great. I feel like if the Knicks were good, it'd be good for the NBA.
Imagine what Spider Cuz would be saying right now if the Knicks were good.
Tell you, that's crazy.
The last, I don't even know what number. It doesn't matter. Russell Westbrook from StatMuse. Give him credit here because I didn't realize this. Russell Westbrook leads the league in triple doubles with 8. The Lakers are 3-5 in those games.
Hell yeah.
The only player with a losing record with more than 2 triple doubles this season, and when a player scores a triple double, in the rest of the league combined for 25 and 13 in those games. We're gonna have to talk about the Lakers, okay? I mean, I know we kind of laid off a Russ for Anthony Davis, and now we're also realizing the whole team is bad, but like, I mean, it feels like who do you point the finger at? Because like the whole
LeBron
team.
James? I'm just kidding. You don't point the finger at LeBron.
In a way, but like at the same time, it's not like his play is the problem.
LeBron's playing amazing.
LeBron's playing amazing. He's out here scoring 30
He's playing
every
great,
night.
bro. To be
He's out
honest,
here
he's
playing
lucky
center.
like MVP. Yeah, he's probably like lucky at an MVP level right now.
He's out here playing center.
Yeah.
And he's still carving people up.
He's like, I feel bad. I feel bad for him, bro. He's carrying the Lakers right now.
My only thing that I would say is like, how much input did he have in building that team? Because if he had a lot of input, then it does end up becoming his fault. But if he didn't, then I don't know. That is kind of weird. That whole situation, it's just like, man. One thing I've always thought is I know now if I wanted Jose to lose in game picks, I could just pick the Packers every time and then just like make him pick against the Packers and then I could get him to lose. Like I thought about doing Packers and Lions week 18 because I know he picked the Lions. And I thought about just
I know he'll pick the Lions.
He will pick the Lions. He will pick, in his words, which are actually the words of Trap House Sports, Jared Goff. And he will pick the Lions. Or I could do, and normally if the Lakers are good, I could just pick the Lakers games and he'd always pick the other team. And over the course of a season, that would be a negative record. Except this season, because that would actually probably be a 500 team.
Yeah.
Possibly worse. Just because their schedule ahead and they ain't figuring it out.
It's hard, bro. They're so fucked, bro. I feel bad for Bron.
I kind of do.
If he gets,
I don't think he realized what he was doing. I don't think he realized what he was doing.
I think they went for. To be honest, I think the reason they built the team the way they did is for playoff experience.
You see, here's the thing, though. If you ain't even gonna make the playoffs, that playoff experience ain't gonna help you a whole lot.
And like that's just kind of like they can't make shots or nothing. They, you know what I mean? They kind of fall apart on defense a couple times.
You know, it's good when maybe I don't know. Yeah, I get that idea. Like, how about this? Yeah, we want playoff experience. Maybe hire him as a coach.
Right.
They're like, yeah, we got playoff experience. Yeah, but you can't move.
But you can't move.
You tire out after 20 minutes.
I don't know if you should trade Westbrook or not. Because who's going to take him?
Might as well. I mean, Sean said it best. They should trade him for KCP, Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, maybe some picks.
You know what?
I think that would work out. I think that work out.
Works out.
Maybe if they also like could figure out a way to trade for Lonzo Ball, that might actually work out.
Bro, Lonzo would be perfect
Brandon Ingram?
Oh man. Yeah. But like, if you think about it, like other players you're naming, except for KCP and Kuzma, like if they would have stayed, they don't have a ring.
That's true. Hey, it's like doing a deal with the devil when you sign LeBron. You get a ring, but you have no future.
It's kind of like I guess it was kind of like hoping like you have all these assets and you're gonna sit on them and hope they work together and they fit, or you can go and make sure you get something that you know will fit. You know what I mean? It's like
you pay the price down the road, though.
Yeah, they paid the price, but I think they're probably sitting there happy.
Yeah, I think that's also true. Like, would you rather be a team that like makes the Western Conference? Would you rather be a team that like builds and then you start making the playoffs every year, and then you make the Western Conference Finals, and then you get to a Finals, but you never win it? Or would you rather just win a ring and then kind of tail off and then just play like, and then you have to totally rebuild in like 5 years because your team's totally decimated? But you got a ring.
You know what I mean? It's like
that's the question. I'm pretty sure Jazz would take that right now.
The Jazz would definitely take that. Just
because
at least you won
in the playoffs every year.
And then especially if like the players don't resign, like you just lost all that talent for nothing.
Right. Yeah. And in this age, and that's very true. And you know, this was supposed to be a short throw flag episode. That is not what happened. But you know what? That's okay. We'll do the last one, and we'll go ahead and end it. Music City Bowl. This was a beautiful bowl game. Those of you who did not watch it missed out. Nashville, Tennessee, on ESPN, Tennessee and Purdue. And they were wilding. I swear the last 4 minutes, all they did was score. I mean, the commentator said it was like rookie. It was like rookie mode on Madden. No, bro, it was like rookie arcade. Like they actually, let you choose now. It was arcade. Like it was actually that bad. They were throwing bombs. Big runs. Defense was non-existent. 45-45. They go into OT. And Tennessee actually had a 56-yard field goal to make it. They didn't make it. I mean, that happens. They go into OT. Tennessee gets the ball first. They drive. They make a 4th and 2. I mean, Hendon Hooker out here. He scrambles. I don't know how he got that first down, man. It was wild. They get all the way to the 1-yard line. 4th and goal. Chip shot field goal or go for it. They're like, we're going to go for it. And they give it to the running back. And if you're watching on YouTube, you could have seen this, but to those of you listening, I'll just explain. If you haven't seen it, running back, he gets the ball, and it looks like they stopped him short, but he's actually on top of a Purdue player, but he really ain't moving. But I don't know if it's forward progress is stopped. He actually reached his left hand over the goal line, but the refs didn't see it. They blew the whistle, said forward progress. He's short of the goal line. And since they ruled that, if he was short, he's short. I mean, basically they reviewed it, and yeah, you could see his left hand went over. But forward progress was stopped. It was a weird thing. I guess it was the right call, but like it didn't feel right, bro. Like this man did everything he could. Purdue ended up getting the ball for. Yeah, he got robbed. Like Purdue got the ball, kicked the field goal through. They win the Music City Bowl, but man, like Omer, you've seen this, but look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. I know this is. I don't know if I'm lining this up right on my camera.
I don't think so.
Hold up, turn my camera right. Okay. Oh, I got zoomed in. I'm acting like a boomer. I'm sorry. Okay. Look at this.
There it is.
I get that maybe this is forward progress being stopped. I get it. I get he didn't move. But come on, bro. Look at that. Reward that.
Come on, bro.
Reward that.
He got in, bro. Ball across the line.
And you know what? Somebody at Football Zebras, they brought it up. What if they fumbled it? Well, you know what? If he fumbled, that's his fault.
That is his fault. He reached his arm out.
You take the good with the bad. You live and die by the sword, baby.
Oh yeah, to be honest, because like once you're reaching for the pylon, that's different. You're going for it. You know what I mean? Like if you drop the ball, you drop the sword, baby. Yeah, but if you didn't drop the ball, that's a touchdown.
You know, you know what? Who cares? He didn't care if he fumbled. Who cares? It's OT. It's 4th and goal.
In his head, he was thinking like, I gotta win this game. You know?
And he thought he did.
He thought he did for sure.
Everybody thought everybody low key thought he did because we thought the whistle meant something. Everybody the thing is like the whistle was blown after he reached over, but apparently that's kind of arbitrary. It doesn't really matter. I'm like,
then that defeats the whole purpose. If the play wasn't over, then
well, was the play? Yeah, it's just like something don't feel right here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The coaches were Purdue alumni.
Oh God!
They had to have been.
I think I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be football if we didn't have stupid rules that we didn't understand and questionable officiating, and unintended consequences. Right? That's what we love about football. And that is all we have for our throw flag segment that was supposed to be under 10 minutes. And on the clock, it'll be edited down by the time you get it. But on the clock, we have 34 minutes and 22 seconds. Bad. All right. This ended up being about half-ass full episode, but that's okay. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Follow the YouTube at Flags and Fouls highlights on YouTube. This will all be there. And this is going to be rough on my editing, but that's okay. Follow us Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Flags and Fouls. Maybe next week I'll lay out a little more in depth my theory on the Lions and Seahawks, especially now the Lions are going to play the Seahawks. Actually, so
are they?
In my mind, that's a big game, even though it means absolutely nothing for the playoffs.
Yeah, but I think both.
And the Lions actually need to lose. Lions should
Seattle needs
to
win to make sure the Jets pick isn't as good as it should be.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Seahawks got nothing to play for. Seahawks got no reason to lose.
You ain't got no reason to lose. You better try your best.
Well, I mean, it's not like the Jets are going to waste it anyway.
That is true. I'm not worried about that. I read that and they're like, it's not like you're going to pick somebody good. And I was like, that's true. It's the Jets.
No, they're going to pick somebody good, but they're going to stun his development. That's what I'm worried about.
They're just going to fuck.
That's a problem. Tragedy.
Tragedy.
We're done. See y'all next week.
Tragedy. That's sad, man.